everyone. Welcome to practice today. If you choose to practice with me, I hope you do. Let's start in a standing position, and I want to apologize ahead of time if my head or arms get cut off during practice, but hopefully you'll get the idea. Starting in Tadasana, just root down through your feet. Perhaps close your eyes. Feeling the big toes and toe pads and foot pad root down, or foot pads, and spreading the toes, feeling each toe pad and across the foot pad to root down. Root down through the center of your heels. Find length all the way through the back as your shoulder blades melt down the back of the neck lengthens all the way through the crown of the head, making sure the chin is not jetting forward or tucked into the chest or lifted. Find that neutral position so that the ears line up over your shoulders and your shoulders line up above your hips. So take a moment, evaluate your body, adjust anything you need to adjust, and then settle in to your mountain pose. Bringing awareness to your feet as you are ready. Letting the arms relax down. Feeling the ground beneath you. Feeling the lightness as you extend the crown of the head upward toward the sky. Tuning into your breath, find your expansive breath. Perhaps an inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose, or maybe you'd like to inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Experiment, see what feels good to you today. And if you'd like, close the eyes or just gaze down and breathe. With each breath, seeing if you can get a little bit more breath in the body and out of the body. Avoid locking out the knees. And as you pause here, notice. Notice if you begin to relax and to let go as you focus on your breath. You focus on rooting down through your feet and lengthening up through the crown of the head. Taking a few more breaths. And as you inhale, arms float up. Inhale. Bring the palms to Anjali Mudra, thumbs to the forehead. Roll down the spine, tuck, release the arms, and hang down. Pausing here, allowing the neck to relax as the head draws the body down. Avoid tucking the tailbone. If need to, just don't go down so far. Honor where you're at in your flexibility today. On your next inhalation, coming into flat back, pausing here, finding length out through the sit bones and out through the crown of the head. Make sure the collarbones are broad and your shoulder blades are set down the back. Find your breath again. When you're ready, take that deep inhale, and as you exhale, fold forward. Reverse swan dive, float up. Palms turn forward, squeeze into the glutes. Begin to lift up and over as you press your hips forward. You soften the knees. Inhale, rise. Exhale, dive back down. Rolling up the spine, tuck tailbone, pausing in mountain pose, set your shoulder blades down the back. And just notice the jaw softens and the shoulders melt down the back. Going to add a little bit of arm movement now, a little bit more arm movement. So as you inhale, arms float up. Dive down into forward fold. Roll up the spine, tuck tailbone. Floating the arms up as the head floats up. Hold on to the elbows. Good. I'm going to turn around so you can see the next move. Arms float up, inhale. Hands come back behind, hold on to the elbows. Float the arms up, hold on to the elbows. And as you do this, see if you can alternate what arm is in front and to the back. Hold on to the elbows. One more time. Good. Arms float up. Inhale, pause here. Add your back bend, squeeze into the glutes, press the hips forward, lifting up and over, just gently. Inhale, rise. Coming into forward fold. Flat back. Arms extend forward, hold on to the elbows. Arms extend back behind, hold on to the elbows. And as you do this, find your flat back position, nice and strong. Arms come forward, arms to the back, switching hands, arms forward, and arms to the back. Begin to go all the way down to your compassionate forward fold. Arms come forward, hold on to elbows, hang. Arms sweep back up behind the back, hold on. Switch. Switch. Last time. Switch. And switch. Keeping the hands and arms back behind, come into flat back. Open up through your collarbones, really broaden, pause there. Notice what arm is more in front. Fold forward, switch lead arms. Come into flat back. Broaden through your collarbones. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Fold forward, release the arms, ragdoll a bit, sway from side to side. Arms can go back into that bent, holding onto elbows position, or you can just relax the arms and shift and sway. Pause, finding stillness, lengthen up through the backs of the legs. Reverse swan dive, float the arms up. Clear the sky, pause in mountain pose. And just notice. Avoid locking out the knees. Maybe eyes are closed, practicing balance in a different way. Or maybe eyes are focused downward, out in front of you to anchor into your drishti point. Slow the breath. Hands, arms float up. Anjali Mudra, coming to prayer pose at heart center. And if you would like, take a moment here to set an intention for practice or for the day or for this month or for the coronavirus, whatever you'd like. And breathe in that intention with every breath. It's a positive and present tense statement, such as I am healthy, am strong. I have support. Maybe you have several intentions today. Just breathe that thought or those thoughts in with each inhalation, knowing that they are true. As you exhale, release the hands down, coming into flat back with your hands here on your thighs. As you inhale, press the chest down, squeeze shoulder blades, lift tailbone. As you exhale, tuck tailbone round through the spine, tuck chin. Inhale. Exhale. As you do this, really draw the belly up and in on that exhalation. Suck the belly up and in. Relax the belly as you come into that cow position. Last one. Flat back. Lengthen up through the sit bones, tailbone, and forward fold now. Bend the knees, roll up the spine, arms stay hanging until you find Tadasana. In Tadasana, just pause a moment and notice. Stepping wider, turn the toes out to the sides, come back, or come down rather, into a squat, a plie position. Hands, same position above the knees, and we'll start with cow and cat. You can unbend, begin to stand if that feels better as you go into cat position. And breathe. One more time. Here we go, last time. Pausing in your plie. Scoop your right hand so that it's toward the inside of your thigh and roll your right shoulder over to the left knee. Straighten out your right arm. Same thing, opposite side. Left arm is straight and left shoulder moves to right knee. And now side to side. Switch, switch, switch. So you might feel this in the inner thighs as well as the shoulder, side body. Don't forget to breathe. Notice where your thoughts are going today and see if you can bring them back to practice, back to your breath. Last time, back to your body. Good. Come to center. Make sure those toes are turned out at the ankles, and you're going to rise, point the tailbone straight down. Arms come into goalpost position and hold. Engage into the core. I'm going to turn so you can see. So avoid the extreme arch to the back. I want to tuck the front of the rib cage down and in. Pull the knees back, pressing into those 3 points on your feet. And breathe. Good. Notice how you feel. Notice what sensations you feel in the body. You're working your legs, hopefully. Feel them, use them. And as you inhale, lengthen arms, straighten out legs. Dive down, turn the toes so they point forward. And hang here in forward fold. If you'd like to step the feet out wider, take a moment to do that. And as you're ready, walk your hands over to the left leg. Now you can hold on to your foot or the leg, or you can extend the arms out past the outside of your left foot. And just pause and breathe. Come to center. As you find center, turn the fingers to your back wall and walk the hands through the legs. Let the neck relax. Bring the hands forward, back into flat back, and walk over to your right side, finding your compassionate twist and fold. Soften your jaw, find your full breath. Walk the hands center. Turn the fingers to your back wall, and one more time. Walk hands through the legs. Being mindful of your elbow creases, not to hyperextend through the elbows. One more deep breath here, and on your exhalation, coming out of the pose, find hands underneath shoulders for flat back. Bring the heels in, toes are out to the diagonals. Bend the knees, arms float up. Inhale through center. Exhale, goal post with the arms coming into horse pose or goddess pose. And just pause. Make sure that the ribs are tucked in, zip up the core, root down through the 3 points on your feet. Strong arms, or the elbows beginning to drop, lift them back up so they're in line with your shoulders. And breathe. Maybe the eyes close, maybe you find a focal point. You got it. Keep holding, keep breathing, check in with your core again. Draw the belly up and in, up and in. Excellent. Keep going. You've got this. Down a little bit deeper for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise. Arms go out to the side. Good. Toe heel as you bring the arms down and meet in mountain pose. Right arm lifts, comes up and over the head. Make sure your shoulders don't unstack. So you don't want a shoulder rolling forward or back too far. Stay stacked across the collarbones. Just let that opposite arm hang. Good. Float both arms up. Switch sides. Relax that opposite arm. Breathe. Good. Both arms float up. Dive down. Bend the knees as needed. Toe heel out wide again. Pause here. In flat back, wide leg, forward fold. Or wide leg, flat back. Now complete your forward fold. Walk your hands over to the left side. You can do the exact same stretch we did last time, just holding right here, not adding anything else. But if you'd like to add a little bit more, take your right hand, that's your front hand, hold on to your shin or ankle. Left hand goes through the arm, reaches over to the opposite leg, and twist, opening up toward the front of the room. And breathe. Soften out of the pose, hang at center. Adjust anything that needs to adjust. My glasses keep falling off, but that's okay. And over to the opposite side. You can pause here in the stretch, or you can add a little bit of twist with your stretch. And that's your front hand, holds on to the ankle. Back hand, right hand goes through between arm and leg, hold on to opposite leg and twist. So it's just going to deepen your twist or your stretch through the legs. And then you get a little side body action, a little more challenge with the breath. Always being mindful of your compassionate edge. One more deep breath here. Exhaling out of the pose. Find your shoulders, or hands rather, underneath your shoulders. Come into flat back. Fold forward. Bring the heels in, toes are out, knees bend. Reverse swan dive, float up to standing. Bend the knees here at the top and goalpost arms. Hold and breathe. Notice, what are those elbows doing? Bring them back in line with your shoulders. Zip up your core, root down through your feet and hold. Perhaps find your focal point or turn inward as you close the eyes. Notice the inhalation, the exhalation. Perhaps with each exhalation, begin to release, begin to peel off any of those layers of things that aren't serving you today. Any negative thought, anything that's bothering you, just let it go. Learn to just go with the flow, taking every moment, every day by every day. I know it's different, but we can do it. Breathe. Let go. Excellent. Perhaps for 5, go down a little deeper. For 5, 4, 3, 2, dive down this time. Turn the toes so they face forward. And walk your hands out for a wide leg downward facing dog. So find your compassionate edge here and then shift your weight back and upward through the tailbone and sit bones. Set your shoulder blades. Zip up the core. One more inhalation here. As you exhale, walk the hands back. Turn your toes outward slightly if you'd like. You might find as we do this frog kind of position, you might want to adjust your feet a little bit more, maybe pointing straight ahead, maybe out a little bit further. Tuck the tailbone, lift the heart. Now if your legs are too wide, that feels a little unstable, heel toe the feet in. Tuck the tailbone, lift the heart. And just move with breath now. Let's do 2 more of those. Last one. As you lower down, pause in your yogi squat. If your heels are lifted, come up out of the squat and you're going to work more on strength. Or you can place something underneath your heels to add a little bit of height to your floor. Maybe prayer position with your hands and arms. Lower the seat, lift the heart. Make sure not to sink down and relax into this pose. Stay lifting upward and breathe. Right hand comes down to the floor mat. Left hand lifts. Shift your weight if you'd like. Switch sides. Switch sides. You can bind here as we hold. If you want to take that raised arm and wrap it around your right thigh, go right ahead. I'm going to stay out of a bind today. Coming out of the bind, switch sides. Bind here if you'd like. Good. Coming out of the bind, hands touch down. Lower the head as you lift the hips and swivel and shake and move the legs. Good. Making your way down onto your sit bones, however you'd like to do that. And coming down onto the sit bones, feet together, knees apart. Sitting up nice and tall. Find a comfortable position that's a compassionate edge for you, heels to body. So maybe it's out a little bit wider, maybe you're in pretty far or close. Hold on to ankles, sit up nice and tall and bound angle B. So that's where you're stacking the bones of the spine. Make sure your shoulder blades are down the back, earlobes on top of shoulders, shoulders on top of hips. Find length. And now tuck your tailbone, rounding through the spine, belly draws in. Round through the shoulders, tuck chin, and pause here, bound angle seat. If you'd like to shift forward a little bit and deepen your pose, you can. Relax your neck. Make sure the shoulders aren't rounding forward too much. Begin to stack the spine, moving from the tailbone upward, finding bound angle B. Shift forward, hinging at your hips. Heart comes forward versus heart moving down like we just did in bound angle A now. Don't forget to breathe. Good. Soften your jaw. Reconnect with this present moment. Unhinge, finding length as you move into bound angle B. Knees rise as the soles of the feet come to the floor, the mat, or wherever you're at. And then we'll open the legs into a wide leg V position. Stay rooted down into your sit bones. You want to feel both of those sit bones underneath your body. Lengthen through the spine. Arms will float up. Right hand crosses the body, left hand over. Switch sides. Breathe. Switch sides. Now notice what your head is doing. Make sure you're just not letting the head fall down. Keep the neck in line with your spine. The next time, the next move here, so right arm is across the body, pause here. Root down through your heels. Now you might be able to touch your toes, perfect. If not, no worries. Find length through that raised side of the body. You can hold on or just let that front arm relax. Switch sides. Adjusting into your compassionate edge. Breathe. Don't forget to root down through those heels. And rising, bringing arms out into T position. Place the hands on the shoulders. Stay broad through the collarbones, all the way through the elbows. Zip up the core and twist as far as you can twist, side to side. Exhale as you twist. Inhale as you come forward. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Do this a few more times. Focusing on twisting at your rib cage, keeping elbows out wide. Good. Next time you are facing the left leg, pause there. As you are ready, arms float up, stay rooted into your right sit bone, hinge toward left foot. And you can hold on to the foot or just have the hands touch down on either side of the leg, or you can stack your hands, hold on to the leg some way. Find your compassionate fold with a twist. Note that right leg. Is it falling forward? See if you can externally rotate the thigh, the shin, and the foot. Root down through the sit bones. Begin to rise, bringing the tips of the fingers to the shoulders. Twist toward right leg, pause. Arms float up. Hinge forward, staying rooted into the left sit bone, and find your compassionate edge here. Arms float up, rise. Clear the sky as you come to center. Bring the knees up. And if you'd like, take a moment and windshield wiper, move those legs around. And as you're ready, coming to Navasana or boat pose. Zip up the core. Lengthen up through the heart. And roll the boat. Extend and tuck in. Extend. Tuck in. Good job. Oh, I lost count. Let's do 5 more. And 5, 4, 3, 2. Come back into boat pose. Pause. Keeping the knee bent, tap the heel down, switch, tap the heel down. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. Tap, tap. So the knee stays bent. It's not an extend, not like a bicycle. It's just a tap, tap. Knee stay bent. It's from the hip. There we go. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tuck the knees in, roll down, move the legs, or come into happy baby if that's more comfortable, or rock from side to side, whatever feels good. I'm breathing hard. I think I need to exercise more. Okay, we're gonna roll back up, balance on the sit bones. You can hold on or release and roll back down, roll up, balance. And again, balance, continue. Last time. Good. Roll down, hands back. bicycle side to side. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Pull the belly back in. Let's do 10 more. 8, 6, last 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, center, tuck knees in, give yourself a hug. If it feels good, you can roll the head up, tucking the forehead toward the knees. Roll the head down, lift the legs. If you'd like, if you're near a wall, you can shift and bring the legs up the wall, or you can pause here in candle pose, allowing for the back to root down into the floor, into the mat. Soften the jaw. Find stillness in your legs. Begin to clear your mind. Notice any time you begin to attach to thought. Acknowledge your thought. Maybe even ask why. Why did this thought come up? Or why does it keep coming up? And then release. And be open to any answers or any other thoughts you might receive. But don't consciously think about it and try to plan or figure it out. Begin to let the heads of the femur bones just nestle down into the hip sockets, allowing the hips to spread a bit. Maybe the knees bend slightly. Just let go. I know they teach you in school not to turn your head when you're on your back like this, but it's okay. We're not doing anything with the shoulders except relaxing them. Neck is relaxed. Let's take a few more breaths here. Focusing on your breath, you release your jaw. If you'd like to continue in legs up the wall or candle pose, go right ahead. And if you'd like to come into Shavasana, begin transitioning now to lie back in Shavasana. And if you'd like to end practice right now, I'm going to end practice and leave you to either candle pose, legs up the wall, or Shavasana, or anything else that you'd like to do. If you'd like to join me in ending practice, arms float up, inhale, palms come to heart center as you exhale. And thank you so much for joining me. Thank you all for continuing to support yoga practice and yoga studios. And thank you for your kindness and your good thoughts and vibes. Have a beautiful day. Namaste. Or have a fabulous Shavasana or legs up the wall.